Ominous bubbling, ladies and gentlemen, all hail Drogo. I am your host, the Kraken, and today we're going to be talking about Kingdom Rings. Let's jump into it. What are Kingdom Rings? Season 6, Kings of Men, Rings of Power. Not the show. I guess there is that too. But we are talking about Season 6 content, Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and there are kingdoms this season. There are not factions. A kingdom is founded when you get a Kingdom Ring. And when you collect a Kingdom Ring, it provides your kingdom, which is a group of up to 5 fellowships, with certain benefits. You get 2 permanent benefits, as well as a rotatable benefit that you can select every 48 hours that will last for 12 hours. Let's talk about those permanent benefits. Regional control. So when you have a kingdom and you are within your kingdom's owned territory regions, you have a faster movement speed. You have the ability to relocate, which you do not have if you are not part of a kingdom. You cannot relocate. You can be relocated. Somebody can move you, but you cannot yourself relocate. And then you also get the ability to use quick marches in your territory. The other permanent benefit that you get is the ring enhancement. Ring enhancement gives you an additional ability point for each of the rings that your kingdom controls, up to 5 extra ability points. So if you look at that, you can have 20 base ability points, 5 for having 5 kingdom rings, 5 if your faction controls the Argonath, or kingdom controls the Argonath, and 10 ability points from the rings. So you can end up with a total of 40 ability points. That's right, 40 ability points. That is an insane amount of ability points that you will have just everything that you can do. You can be doing your mind sharpening, you can be doing gathering, you can do all kinds of things. Fast marches, very important things that you can use this season on that. Now let's go ahead and talk about those ring powers that you can rotate through. First one is resource power. It gives you a 50% generation to your kingdom resource production rates. So that is absolutely bonkers. It is stackable with those buffs that you can get from either your warband store or from the just the actual store itself. So that is huge. You can really end up with massive amount of either building upgrades or unit troop conscriptions and hirings, or a combination of the above. It's just an absolutely powerful generic ability that this has. Next one's called powerful treatment. I personally don't see this being of any benefit to any kingdom ever, but we'll talk about it. This heals 50% of your wounded soldiers after battle instead of the usual 33%. So on the surface it looks okay, but compared to the resource generation is for your entire kingdom. This is going to be, the powerful treatment is a single region, and it has to be a region that you control. So I don't really see that being very good, and the reason it itself, if it was the only option, is fantastic. But this next ability is just inherently a much better defensive ability. Powerful repression. Powerful repression. No one outside of your kingdom in a territory you own and control, you can select one region, can reinforce their armies. They can't drop armies out of it. They can't change their compositions. They can't reload. They can do nothing to modify their army other than maybe changing commander gear whatsoever until that commander with its army is either back into a neutral territory or into a territory that your kingdom controls. We have had that used against us, and I will say it is repressive. It is by far, I think, the strongest ability defensively that this game has ever seen. And I also personally believe that it should be shortened to maybe 3 to 6 hours because it's just absolutely insanely strong. 12 hours of not being able to do that is game breaking. Anyway, the next one that we're going to talk about here is the last one, which is the construction support ability. Now this one gives you 50% increase in fort building speed. So instead of building a fort in 2 hours, you build a fort in 1 hour. And I guess I can see some situational use for that. The most 2 common ones I think we're going to be seeing used are going to be the resource generation and the powerful repression. But let me know in the comments below what you think about each of these Kingdom Ring abilities and kind of how you think you would use them. I'm curious to see what your guys' thoughts are. So if you like this content, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We'll be bringing out some more content to you over the next few days. I'm kind of working on a little bit of a series here. I just unlocked Sunny D. So we're going to talk about her a little bit and kind of how I would kit her with the gear that's available, and kind of go from there. So again, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Ominous Bubbling, and all hail Drogo. You guys have a wonderful rest of the day.